Now you can see I'm not in any park in Zushi. I'm in the gym in the Hyatt Regency in Yokohama. I'm here for the wife's birthday. It's very early in the morning and they're still sleeping it off upstairs. So I've come down here, and you can probably hear by my voice, just a second, that I'm a bit rough. I wasn't drinking last night, but we did eat a lot. We ate a hell of a lot last night. And we came home and had a massive birthday cake, which I shouldn't have gone anywhere near. I shouldn't have gone anywhere near. And being in my early 50s, I ploughed through the cake, looking at it thinking, this is going to hurt later, this is going to hurt later. And it did. 1:30 in the morning, indigestion, stomach everywhere, toilet. Can't do that anymore. And as I come back from the toilet, I looked over at my children, just sleeping soundly. Very, very jealous. I've just worked out, for them listening on the podcast, you can get all this on the YouTube channel. Yeah, it's got, you can see here, we've got a rack of weights, there's some cardio machines here, there's a bench to do lifting. I've just done a bit of lifting and some stretching because I've got to keep supple. I'm not all about putting the muscles on. I've just got to keep this old wreck from creaking. So that's what I'm doing. That's what you do every morning at home. And I'm taking full use of this gym in the morning. And there's nobody, there's been anybody in here. Right. We've been away for about a month, coming up to a month and a half. Duncan's been super busy. I've been super busy. In August, we've got a big announcement. I'm here for my wife's birthday, and I had a meeting with a fella called Terry yesterday. If that comes off, I'm gonna be so chuffed. I'll be so chuffed about that. But we should have news on that later. So we came here, and I thought that PSG were playing Kawasaki last night, and I thought they were going to be playing in Kawasaki. So we thought the team might be here because PSG is sponsored by Hyatt, wearing the Hyatt. So Gene put on his PSG shirt, this, that and the other. And then we settled in to watch it on TV, and it was at the Olympic Stadium. Now Kawasaki are in Kanagawa. Yokohama is in Kanagawa. So they go and play the friendly at the Olympic Stadium in Tokyo. Makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, I was looking, they're playing Uara Reds on Saturday at 7 o'clock in a friendly up there. And I was thinking of going and getting tickets. So you look on the website, and these tickets are 120 quid each. So, for a family of four, 480 quid for one game. And I thought, now we'll watch on telly. So we're watching it last night, and these PSG players are useless in this heat. It were 29, 30 degrees last night, and they were sweating like hell. Just sneaked to 2-1 past Kawasaki. And I think that's going to be the easiest test for them, because Uara Reds are the best in the land here, so they're going to give them a game. So we'll see how that goes on Saturday. Anyway, a load of stuff has gone on since last we had a podcast. So today's podcast is mostly about what happened with our Prime Minister. Now, a couple of Fridays back, I was watching BBC before I went to work, and Boris had resigned on that Friday. You think, oh, finally, Boris, you've buckled under all these scandals, and off you've gone. So you go to work, Boris has gone, that's obviously going to be the biggest news story of the day coming out from the political scene. So I'm sat at work and it comes through on my news feed on computer that Abe has been shot. Abe were a couple of prime ministers before the one we've got now. And the longest serving one, he were in for 12 years, on and off. I mean, he resigned because he had something wrong with his stomach. All stress that he must go through being a prime minister were messing with his stomach. So he resigned, and then he come back again. So he must have been popular. And he had 12 years, which is quite unheard of here, because there's a lot of resignations and a lot of them come back. So he's doing a speech for local elections. Now here, because it's so safe, they just get on a soapbox. You've got somebody like Abe, who's the next Prime Minister, they'll have a couple of bodyguards scattered here and there. Nobody's worried about guns. It's unheard of. The police carry guns, but they're all trained to a certain level of judo or karate or some martial art. So they can tackle criminals with knives. Maybe not so much guns, but you don't have any gun crime here. So if they're pulling their gun and shooting, it's a last resort. So this fella, you can see him in the background, and he's just eyeing up when to go. And he comes up behind Abe, fires once and fires twice, and apparently caught him in the back at neck and his chest, and down he went. Now on the news feed what I were watching, they were saying he'd gone to hospital and they were giving him, he was in grave condition, giving him CPR, and you can see him giving him CPR at the scene. An helicopter comes, picks him up, takes him away, and then further down the line at about 6 o'clock at night he was pronounced dead, had been assassinated. Now that were on the Friday. I would say up to Saturday lunchtime, they were commenting on it. They were commenting on it about him being shot, and then nothing. And his funeral were on Tuesday, and it was just like a footnote. He just had a footnote on news at night, and that were it. And I was thinking, if you compare that to when Princess Diana died in 1997, she died on I think she died on the Sunday, and her funeral were on the following Saturday. It was non-stop, morning, noon and night. And here, Friday was shot, Saturday lunchtime, the news stories thinned out, and then Tuesday, he had a news story about his funeral, and then nothing. Thinking, God, if you could have just done that with Princess Diana when she died, that would have been most welcome. Okay, now me and Duncan have got a load of holidays now, so we'll have plenty of more stuff going on. We're going to do podcasts outside at the beach, around the town, and I've got all these mics now that we can use outside, and that's what we're going to do. So without further ado, I'm going to put you onto the podcast. Thank you all for listening, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye. Who the fuck are you? I haven't seen you for a while. Do you know I used to do a podcast? Do you know I used to do a podcast with a fella called Duncan? Family
members back home. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, where have you been? For Christ's sake,
working. I have not had a day. Well, I've had some time off, but I chose to get pissed rather than do this.
Do you realise there's 5 subscribers out there that have been waiting for us to post this next one?
Well, there's 5 packets of gum coming to an area near you.
You've let everybody down.
Oh, that's the story of my life.
But I'm not going to get pissed off about it, because
That'll be the day.
This day is the best day of the year for me.
Oh, your wine magazines have arrived.
It is the wine. It is the best day of the Christmas, kids' birthdays, anniversary. Kiss me ass.
The trampoline course has started.
What is it? 15th of July.
It is, yes.
The 15th of July is the day when I just tell the whole world to fuck off for 6 weeks. I'm off now. I don't have to do a fucking stroke. I don't have to go anywhere near that place for 6 weeks. And thank fuck for that.
Yeah, and as I've joined the gravy train a little bit, I'm off as well, but a lot less than you are, because you were...
Well, I'm still going to be working. I'm still filling up.
Yeah, but how many hours were you doing there per week?
I go in at 8:20 and leave at 4.
Yeah, I know. We're on different schedules. I'm doing 8 hours a week, and then that would take me, because I'm in Tokyo, it takes me 3, let's say, it would take me about 14 hours a week out of my schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, that gig.
Well, I'm 35-minute cycle there and back. But you're not working with knobheads.
No, it's been one of the best gigs of my life, actually.
Yeah?
To be honest. Yeah, what a change of pace. Now the contract situation is very severe, so they told me after 3 years you've got to leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what happened to the 5-year rule? No, it's become a 3-year rule now.
So you've got to be out of the door.
Yeah, but I think there's going to be some positions going, maybe even full-time positions going, and I know they're quite happy with me there. And I've got one of my best friends works there, and he's the head bloke. But then I thought, I don't want to be full-time there. That's just not what I want to do.
Well, the travel is horrific, isn't it?
Yeah, but full-time teaching is all the extra curriculum, and you got to go to camp, and you got to go. You get flights to America and to Europe. You go there. But you got to handle all the kids and stuff. And
they don't ask me to do any of that.
Because of your record.
Well, no, I've just I've put over that persona that you fucking treat me like this. I'm not dancing. I'm not sociable. Dancing. No.
But anyway, yes. So that's over, and I spent about 10 hours of marking. I don't know why I'm moaning. I'm very happy that it's over.
So what are you going to do with your summer? Are you going to get ripped on the beach?
By ripped, do you mean pissed?
No, you're going to get buff.
For what?
For the beach.
Why would you want to get buffed on a beach?
So you can take your top off.
Why do you want to take your top off?
To show everybody your ripped body.
And why do you want to show everybody your ripped body?
To show the work that you've put in.
Why?
I have been kettlebell crazy.
I know, because you want to pull all these birds.
No, I don't want to pull these birds. I want to walk past women who go, Jesus, he looks to be knocking on a bit, but he's got the body of a 26-year-old.
And you're willing to put all that time in just so maybe a woman looks at you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you
living the life?
Now I'm cycling to work past here in the morning, and have you seen that black fella that works out in the morning?
Yeah, I know exactly.
And he gets hold of that trailer and he's giving it all this.
Now that man is there. No, he's not black. He's Japanese.
He's not. He's a African.
No, but he's always in the sunshine. He's there every day, come rain or sunshine.
I've been saying hello to him. He's Japanese.
Yeah. But he's so tanned. He could pass as.
But it looks African.
No, it looks Japanese.
Do you know how much I'm trying not to say they all look the same? But
I know what you mean. But that guy is there in like the hottest weather. And he's there only in his underpants.
Yeah. For
hours and hours, skipping and push-ups and this and that. The bloke hasn't got a gram of fat on him.
No. Well, I cycled past him at about 7:45, and he's there every morning. And I always say hello to him.
But he's there like two times a day.
Right.
Incredible. But
he is fucking ripped as well, isn't he?
He's not ripped, he's just lean.
A racing snake.
Yeah, he's a runner. He's that kind of... but Christ, there's not a single gram of fat on that bloke.
Yeah, so last week, who shot the Shogun? Who'd have thought that Boris Johnson resigning would be the second most important political story of Friday?
Yeah.
Can you believe that? Him getting shot in Nara?
No. I got a text message from Mrs. saying, Abba's just been shot. Plus the words, with a gun. And there'll be a cannon.
Not a camera.
He went over to Ukraine and got blasted out of the sky. No, that was it. It just said, Abba's just been shot with a gun.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, well, all right. Where did he travel to? Which international conference was this at?
Yeah,
did he go to the Philippines? Or which unfortunate city is going to get the reputation that a Japanese prime minister, ex-prime minister, was killed there? And then I checked the news and they said, oh, he's shot in Japan. I just didn't assume it would be here.
But they showed you the footage and it would just stood behind him, wasn't it?
Well, the last footage I saw was a pretty good angle. You see the whole thing in full view. The bloke's behind him coming up, and the first shot is clearly a miss.
Yeah.
And then Abba looks around and he gets him right in the kisser and goes down straight away.
So so it got him in face, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. It's the neck and the heart, kind of a direct hit.
But they were saying it were. I mean, they didn't pronounce he were dead until about 6 o'clock at night, did they?
He had no vital signs after about 4 minutes in. Then they put him in an ambulance, then he goes to a helicopter.
Yeah.
He's about an hour and a half, clearly dead. But
they can't announce it.
No, but if that was you or me, they just said, well, there's no point in a helicopter.
Yeah.
Get the old hearse in.
But the last prime minister to get killed was in the 1930s, and it was his great-grandfather's brother.
Oh, runs in the family then.
Yeah. But they're the only two that have been.
I think that's when
assassinated.
That guy who was assassinated before in 1932. That's when Charlie Chaplin was in the country.
Were he?
Yeah, and he was on the list of being assassinated as well. Yeah, he was on the list. But he'd spent the day with the grandfather, or that bloke, the prime minister's son, who heard the news as he was having dinner with Chaplin.
Really?
Yeah. You got to go through the biography of Chaplin. It's a very strange story, but later on it appears that Chaplin was on the actual list because it would shock the Americans so much that they might put public sentiment against the Japanese and start a war. Because it was all those right-wing nutcases.
But the Beatles had to be locked up in their hotel, didn't they? In the Prince Hotel, because they had death threats here in Japan.
Well, it's the right-wingers who were against them performing in that
Budokan. Yeah, because it's a martial arts venue, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a bit of spirituality connected to it, and it shouldn't be used for Western.
So it was just the venue they were pissed off about, weren't the Beatles?
I think so. I think it was,
Wow. But the fact that he's just been shot with something that looked like, obviously he did make it himself, but it looked like I could have made that.
Well, anybody could. I was watching online this internet, the gun specialist, and he takes a good look at it and you see the picture and he says, well, yeah, anybody can make this. You just need to watch a YouTube video and you can make this in an afternoon with all the materials you can find at your local hardware store. And very crude machine.
So with that, what he's learnt on YouTube and online is being able to shoot the ex-prime minister.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the security was a joke.
Well, you don't.
Second shot.
You don't.
3 seconds. He takes his time.
They don't expect it, do they? You see politicians. I came out of the SMBC in Zushi, right? And there's this politician giving a speech, and there's bodyguards around him, and I've got a big fucking problem with bodyguards. People that will put their own life in front of somebody else.
You don't respect that?
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves. I cannot respect you because you're prepared to have yourself killed before somebody else, and a politician at that as well.
Well, I think that's the important part of the politician. If you're protecting your wife or your kid from something, that's a different matter.
So I walked out of the SMBC and these 3 bodyguards looked at me because I'm foreign. So I just looked up to rooftops like this. And then they turned around, they're all looking up to rooftop, just walked out. I looked up to rooftops and then sort of dipped my cap.
Talking into the earpiece, all quiet.
Yeah, but can you imagine putting your life on line for Trump?
No, but you're right, any politician, no.
Who would you, politician royalty?
Absolutely no.
No fucking way.
No, that's even a
Who would you... If push come to shove, who would you protect?
You obviously.
No, but if you were going to be a bodyguard, would you a famous musician?
No,
McCartney.
No,
No, you wouldn't do it for anybody, would
the
you?
money hasn't been invented yet that
No.
would justify that.
So anybody that would do it, I mean, the money's got to be amazing, but it's not.
It's not.
It's a
Imagine
lot.
that in Japan, the blokes on
Yeah.
whatever it is, 300 to 400,000 a month, maybe.
And all it is just sitting around being bored, isn't it? You're not doing out.
Yeah, the chance of that happening in Japan is so small, and the fact that it did happen now, in that situation, this bloke wasn't even political.
No.
He was after a debt, and he had got in his mind that Abba made some donation or had some link, which is
With a religious sect.
yeah, it's the Church of Unification. It's that the Moonies from South Korea. Those nutcases who they'll rob you blind and they'll marry 20,000 people at the same time.
Yeah. Is that them that got the female prime minister locked up in Korea?
Oh, I don't know if that's the same. I mean, they're powerful because they're so rich, right?
And they are. I've been to Korea twice now. They are fucking god botherers as well, aren't they, over there?
Oh, it's just nasty group.
Yeah. So you were part of that, were you, Abby?
No, it was no. This killer had it in his mind that Abe had some sort of connection with them, which he didn't. I mean, as a prime minister, you got to, there's a comment. What do you think about this religion? Yeah, it's fine. You got to comment on everything. For some reason, this bloke thought they were close,
and he's just
and blamed him for his mum because he shot at the building as well, the church building, a couple of days before that.
Right.
And they found the bullet holes, but the bloke who was supposed to come over from South Korea couldn't come because of the corona.
Yeah.
But that was his initial target, get the boss from that church, which I wish he had done.
Rather than, I mean, there were a lot of people didn't like Abe, weren't there?
I didn't like him.
But he doesn't deserve to be shot, does he?
Oh, no, but it's this outpouring of grief of everybody. There's only one of my students who was a very tough journalist. In fact, he was fired from his gig for being too against politicians. And he said, I don't know why everyone's so messed up now. Why can't you say, well, this bloke shot, yeah, that's a bad thing. But he did a lot of shit to the country, and he tried to really...
But I was surprised how quick it fell out of the news cycle.
In the UK?
No, here, the Abe thing.
It's still pretty big, isn't it?
I would say Saturday afternoon.
No, that's nonsense.
I was flicking round on Saturday, and it wasn't as... I mean, I was in the UK when Princess Diana died, and fuck me, that was... She died 31st of August, and I think she got a funeral Saturday after. That fucking week... Jesus Christ, it was just on radio, TV. You just got fucking sick of it. It were everything. Football got cancelled.
The flowers at the palace.
They were all calling her an Arab slag on the 30th of August.
Yeah.
She were a slag that has brought, that slag. And when she
Queen of Hearts.
And then when she died, the People's Princess.
Yeah.
So the way that the papers turned on her, and then when she died,
disgusting hypocrite.
Yeah, but here I don't know. You don't hear about it now.
No, it's a bit odd here. I think the media isn't sure what way to just go with the mood.
I mean, if it had been Boris.
What?
But Boris is an ex-prime minister. If it had been Boris that got it.
Well, he's not officially ex-prime minister yet. There's no new prime minister.
Well,
it's 5 people now, I think, since this afternoon. Or 6, 5.
Who's dropped out?
The lady.
Penny?
No, because she's the main front runner.
If she gets it, it'll be the first prime minister I might knock one out to. Since Thatcher.
Come on, Theresa May in those tights.
No. For a politician, what's the second name? It's somewhat scary, isn't it?
Beaumont or something. But
yeah.
Penny Vermont.
But when I saw her, I thought, yeah,
a little tingling.
Well, to say she's going to be the most powerful person in the UK, you see the prime minister that we've had in the past. Gordon Brown's face looks like an unmade bed, doesn't it?
Well, he was blind in one eye.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Boris gone. God, of all the things that he should have been fired for, disgrace, left. Of all those things, it was the fact that he
covered up a fella touching another fella up.
Yeah. I bet he feels guilty about that, saying, "Oh, damn it, I gave up for that."
But he
go with all the other stuff.
He were doing the Trump thing, wasn't he? I don't give a fuck. I'm staying on.
Yeah, he's going to be taking out, kicking, and screaming.
Yeah.
Like, literally, his fingernails will be on the door.
But I mean, at least he thought, right, okay then.
Last Prime Minister question time, he said, "I can leave down street with my head held high." There's a massive roar of laughter.
The fucking posture of that man. He's never had his head held high in the last 20 years. Have you seen it? I saw a profile of him walking out at number 10, you know, where there's the fella opening the door for him. He's inside and he's walking out and he's fucking bent over like a question mark.
Well, I think he's trying to copy Winston Churchill a bit. That sort of
his fucking head is in the middle of his chest.
Experienced politician. I think that's what he wants to portray. But yeah, no, the man's got no shame, he's got no dignity, and thinks everything's fine and dandy.
But I mean, it always happens with the Conservatives. Everything in the country starts going to shit, and then Labour will get it because the amount of flights that are getting cancelled in the UK.
Yeah, but that's the same in many in Holland.
Is it the same in Holland? Yeah,
lots of stuff. I think it's about 30% down.
There's nothing I love more than seeing fat chavs on camera in Manchester Airport pissed off because they can't fly to Alicante. I fucking love it. We've been here for 3 hours and they just told us now. They're not giving us vouchers, they're not putting us up in an hotel, they just told us to go home and wait.
Yeah. The same thing is going on in all the continent.
So it's not just the UK, no?
No, it's right. Amsterdam, Schiphol, it's Brussels, it's Paris. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to have another rail strike. They ain't got enough pilots.
Well, that's the thing. They just fired everyone.
Yeah.
You know, see a beginning of Corona. And Japan, it didn't. Everyone's kept on, and that's why all the flights... There's no problem at Narita or Haneda. Everything's smooth sailing.
And there's no trains getting delayed, is there?
Or here in Japan?
No. Yep, I will be away on the 3rd. I'm going away for a week.
Where are you going?
Hokkaido.
Oh, nice one.
We were thinking of going to Thailand at Christmas, but you get to the airport, and if you blow hot, you don't get to get out of the country.
Oh well.
And you lose your...
Yeah, but you don't know that at Christmas things could all be different again.
But Gene's friend moved to North Carolina because his dad's a scientist when he left kindergarten, and he's been there for 3 years now, and he was coming back this summer, and they were supposed to get here 10 days ago. They blew hot in whatever airports in North Carolina, the mother and kid and the whole family had to stay, and they had to pay for new flights.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Now, the dad's a scientist, really intelligent fella, but he's not... He doesn't like discomfort at all. So he won't just grin and bear it and fly back to Japan. So what they do is they fly from North Carolina to Hawaii. They have 3 days in Hawaii so he can recover, and then they fly, and they do exactly the same up way back because he can't. Oh, it's too much, and they're flying fucking business class.
Oh.
Flying business class.
No sympathy for those people.
No.
I was checking flights for December, but it's so expensive.
Yep.
It's outrageous.
I was looking at Singapore because the cheap flights to Bangkok, you've got to go to Singapore first. And I thought I'll just go to fucking Singapore and then get over to Indonesia.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And you can get on boat there.
Oh, that's an
from
idea.
Singapore.
Yeah.
You can sail into Dumai. Fucking Dumai, it's like... When I sailed into Dumai, it's like the Running Man. You know, because you walk into immigration and it's outside, but it's a tunnel and it's a cage. and everybody's on cage going, taxi, taxi, hotel, taxi, and it was just like the Running Man. What the fuck is this country? Anyway, got through, and you're mobbed. You've got to hold on to your rucksack because they're all dragging at you like this.
Right.
And
Exotic.
But I don't know.
Bustling.
I don't know if Sheema and the kids would go. Jean would go for it, but I don't know about the girls. But I want to take them to Lake Bukitingi, Lake Mananjau near Bukitingi, because it's the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life. But I have to do it that way because no airports around there. But what are you going away? Because you're as busy as fuck, aren't you now?
Yeah, but no, I could do it, but the price is so incredibly high, and I'd miss out on income here.
Do you know there's something like a 49,000 yen surcharge for something? There was something on expats abroad in Japan that said, yeah, there's going to be a 49,000 yen surcharge.
For what? Leaving Japan?
Well, apparently the PCR tests were going to be 30,000 yen.
Oh.
The PCR tests were going to be 30,000 yen.
Yeah, no, I mean, all these uncertainties. I think what will probably happen, I'll go to Okinawa over the winter.
Yep.
2 weeks and just go island hopping to different areas and seeing different.
That's what we're going to do.
Oh.
We're going down to the furthest south one, Ishigaki.
Ishigaki, oh nice, yeah. It's a tropical island.
I've looked, and it's more or less on the same longitude as Taiwan, isn't it?
Yeah, you can pretty much see Taiwan from that region. Yeah.
And we went to Taiwan in 2016, going into 2017, and it's one of the best holidays I had. And it were t-shirt and shorts weather.
Yeah, it's great.
Brilliant.
Been there 3 times now.
I mean, you couldn't. I mean, it was really windy the first few days. You couldn't go in the sea, but it was still shorts and t-shirt. Yeah. I loved Taiwan. The kids can't remember any of it, but I loved it there.
Yeah, great place.
So, yeah, I'm thinking of going down Ishigaki. But if you go to Okinawa, how are you going to island up? Just on
boats?
On boat.
Boats, and we'll poach. I'm just thinking I'm going to have to research this. I'm just taking a tent.
Yeah. Just
do a lot of hiking, keep in a tent, lots of drinking.
I'm camping in Hokkaido.
Oh. But the rules are quite strict in Japan. So what's the score?
You're just wild camping.
Is it allowed?
Yep. I'm flying up to Wakanai, which is the furthest north airport in Japan. I'm then taking the bus up to Cape Soya. I've got a hotel there. Now, Cape Soya is the most northern point of Japan.
All right.
Yeah. Now, there is an island called Benten Island, and they say it's an island. It's a rock. It's just a fucking rock. So I'm going to see if I can hire a kayak out to that rock, and that is the furthest north place in Japan, and north of that it's all Russia. So I'm going to try and kayak out to that island, that rock. And if I can get there, I'll be very happy. But you look at it on Google Maps, and it's white. I think, why is it fucking white? And it's bird shit. Nobody goes there. It's bird shit and seals. So I'll see if I can do that. And then I'm going to cycle down to Wakanai. I've got a night there. And then over to Rishiri Island. I'm going to climb the volcano on Rishiri.
Ah.
And then I've got to be in Ishikawa on the 8th. Ishikawa. Asahikawa. Because there's a family reunion. I was telling the people at work, I said, I'm going to a family reunion in Asahikawa. They're like, your family's having a reunion? It's not my fucking family. Could you? Why would a load of people from Bradford descend on a northern town in Hokkaido?
Destroy the local culture.
Yeah, so that's going to be.
But
I don't know how cold it's going to be up there this time of year.
No idea. No.
I'm thinking 17.
God knows.
Have you never been?
Well, the coldest place I've ever been was Hokkaido. It was -17 in the morning. -17. Yeah.
When did you go there?
Well, that was winter.
But how long ago?
don't think global warming's that quick, but it was I don't know, 3 years ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just Sapporo?
No, it was Kushiro, which is on the south coast.
Right.
Yeah, minus 17, bizarre feeling, painful to breathe.
I remember being in Seoul. We're in Seoul,
In Nam.
and I were walking you were walking down the street, but you had to. It was like, right, we're gonna have to go into this building and warm up, and then you'd come out and you'd walk for a bit more and go into another building.
Oh,
It was fucking that was minus 12 or something.
Yeah, Seoul was gets pretty chilly. Yeah,
Yeah.
They got that very deep blue sky as
Because
well.
you've got that wind whipping down from Siberia, haven't you? There's no stopping it. I mean, we've got these fucking fantastic mountains that just keeps that Siberian wind that side of the Japanese Alps, don't they?
Yeah, we're completely protected. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the weekend got in store for you?
This weekend, got a couple of people coming down for some work.
Have you got shut of them SUP boards?
Hmm?
Have you got shut of them SUP boards?
No, they're downstairs.
Are they?
Yeah.
Nobody bought them.
Well, somebody bought them, but then they withdrew their bid.
How much were you selling them for?
15
Each.
Yeah.
They're just novelty boards. You should have done.
Well, I think the problem was there because I had to come pick them up,
Yeah.
and I think they were coming out of Nagano. No, it wasn't Nagano, but it was something on the coast down south. Maybe Izu or something. Can't remember.
Yeah, somebody will get them. Somebody will get them. But you didn't get any rentals on them.
No, I haven't really put much effort into it either. No, I was thinking of sawing them completely in half.
Why?
Well, then I can use them as sort of decorations.
Why would you saw them in half?
Well, look at this. Use them as decoration. I'll paint them and do something else with them and shove them somewhere up the wall or something. Yeah.
Just sell them.
Yeah.
You see, if you went out on them SUP boards every morning, you'd be ripped.
I'm not interested in attracting women.
Well, neither am
looking at
I.
me.
But I'm just interested in walking down the beach, getting looked at.
That gets you off, does it?
It does at this age. Anything, a slight breeze, would get me off. Anyway, I have got 6 weeks off, and I am going to do nothing but exercise. I'm going to get a tan. I'm going to eat well. I'm going cycling in Hokkaido. I'm just. Do you know when you finish something you don't like doing, and it's just it's like opening a bottle of Coke.
Well, no, I don't like doing nothing. I'll do nothing for a day, maybe a day or two.
No,
maybe.
something that you've been doing that you don't like, and you finish it. You're just like, oh.
Oh yeah. Well,
I worked for this fella in Spain, and it got to Christmas, and that following morning when I thought I've got 2.5 weeks off now, and I was just sat in front. I was just sat in my front living room. I was sat on floor, just staring into space. Do you know that? I don't know if you do it. You know when you're in the middle of putting a sock on and you just stop.
No.
Or you just it's as if somebody's taken batteries out and you just it was like that. I'm fucking exhausted.
I've been exhausted before. I don't think I've stopped and looked at the sky or anything like that. But I know what you mean with finishing something and then that's that. You take a moment and then you get pissed.
It's not it's just I'm not going to be around the people I'm working with for 6 weeks, which is great. But I'm going to do what you're doing. I'm going to build up the private stuff while I've got this time. I wasted last year a bit because
work on your privates.
Yeah, Olympics were on, so I wasted last year. But this year, I need to do what you do and get 50 people on board, and just tell the whole world to fuck off. Then. Did
you make a new flyer?
Huh?
A new flyer?
I'm going to do that this holiday.
What about your last one? This
I thought when I sent that flyer out, I thought this is gonna be fucking wicked.
Dungeon place, sex dungeon.
Not fucking one person.
Yeah, not much call for sex dungeons to come.
Is that what it said to you? That flyer?
Well, he made this flyer, this sort of black like tribal dance party event. That's what it reminded me of. Some sort of secret sect, secret handshakes.
I thought I'm gonna make
Get your end away.
I'm gonna make fucking millions off this, but there you go. Anyway, the summer is here.
Yes, it is.
And we're gonna have to.
We're rained out for 4 days now.
Because of this fucking rain. I mean, today, I got up this morning. I went to work wet, and then it sort of levelled off for a bit, and then I left at 4 to go do some private stuff, and I got fucking soaked, and then I came home, and it's stopped now.
Yeah, that'll be nice, I think, now.
Do you think tomorrow will be nice?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I've got this work. I've got a couple of people coming down for this meeting thing, but there's a rugby on tomorrow, right?
Who's playing?
Well, Ireland, New Zealand, and
Right.
England, Australia. After. So there's like a nice little group coming together in Tokyo for a nice little piss out.
Oh, you're going up to Tokyo?
No, I'm not. I've got this whole work thing coming.
What's the work?
It's a new idea. It's the consultants who quit the company and they've built up their own companies, and I work for them. And we're just going to do some new ideas and get through that. But it's going to be nice. Oh.
Well, there you go. Right, we'll be doing more of these because in the last 2 months we've only done 2 podcasts. You should be ashamed of yourself.
For having a life.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
For working.
So shall we try and get 1 a week done?
I'm not promising anything. I've got.
But you've got
to.
I can dance to your drum now. I can come during the day.
Well, Tuesday afternoon. That's my main time off.
Tuesday aft.
Yeah, and we're probably going to be outside, right? That's the whole.
Yeah. We'll do an outs. We'll do. I've got some lapel mics. I've got everything ready for an outdoor broadcast, so we don't have to bother with green screen on YouTube.
Well, and we can interview some people maybe on the beach because there's all these bars there.
Well, if I'm walking around with my top off, ripped as I am,
I know people are upset and crying and throwing their kids in the water.
Well, shall we both? We'll both doff off.
We'll wank you off.
We'll both take us. We'll just get shorts on and just walk up and down beach.
Well, yeah, but we can take some chairs there and get comfortable.
Yeah, I'm in for that.
Yeah, great. Let's have an outside.
We'll have an outside broadcast. I'll get the camera going so you can see how glorious it is, and we'll make everybody fucking jealous.
Some fat people from Tokyo with their fat children. How's your beach developed now with the bars?
Awful.
Is it?
I hate it. If you're gonna go anywhere, go to Hayama. You need a. Okay, I've got this new kayak and it's like shit off a stick. You need to come over to me and we'll kayak round to Hayama one day. Whenever you're off. Every Saturday and Sunday morning I paddle out to the Tora Gate and come back before I do me.
Yeah, my e-fold reaches Hayama, but not that island.
No.
And then I got to go back, because the battery's going to.
So you couldn't get there and back?
No. I've got close. I probably could do it if I'm very economical and not fly over the water, but I don't want to get caught out without a battery because it's not a fun thing.
Yeah. You don't know where getting back, have you?
No.
You've got to swim it.
I've done that once. I had a.
Right, well that's what we'll do then. We'll get we'll get exercising this summer.
Will you? That's
we'll
good.
both do it.
Leave me alone, mate. I've got my own.
Are you under 100 kilos?
No, I came back over it. Oh.
Are you well over?
No, but I'm.
What, 110, 113?
110. No,
well, what are you?
102.
102.
But I will have more time available. Yeah.
Right.
But I'm very much enjoying the beach now because the bars are all there, but they're quite far from the beach removed, so you can sort of
they've put the bridge up, haven't they?
Yeah, that's nice. It's a nice little bridge.
I were doing a wedding the other day and I saw the bridge was up. So why don't they leave that up all?
I'm assuming they're worried they're going to be sued if that collapses or over time it'll whatever.
Anyway, we'll get some pictures and we'll get it out on whatever website I'm going to put it on.
Well, with a promise like
my
that,
website.
Who can deny?
That'll be fucking cut. Right, so we will see you when we see you.
Buongiorno.